it is just the product of the racing, and I wonder how you guys feel about it. I know Kaz Taylor kind of missed a little bit of the race, but hopefully Miss Lee caught the whole thing, and she can kind of fill us in where we may be wrong here tonight. But let's start with the first subject here. Was the Bristol race that good of a race? I'll start with you, Miss Lee. What did you think?
No, it wasn't. It was very disappointing. And it's funny because it's funny. I caught Race Hub tonight, and they had Keselowski and Larson on there, and they both talked about how there was a lack of attrition in this race. You know, tires weren't wearing out. You know, the couple of wrecks eliminated enough cars that there wasn't the big pack racing. You know, the pit decisions weren't as influential as they usually are. So I think my impression was that they felt that it was kind of a boring race too.
And that's from the driver's perspective. Anytime that you're on a high bank of a racetrack, on a small racetrack such as Bristol, it's very odd to hear that the drivers felt like they were more on a Sunday drive than they were a race as well. So that's definitely, at least they're being honest there, Miss Lee.
Right.
It was hard to watch. Y'all know me. I love racing. Like, I just come home from racing. I stayed up till like 7 o'clock that morning. I watched from about lap 250 on forward. I got to see the Joey Logano wreck. I'm not sure that I took the checkered flag because I fell asleep. But, you know, all in all, I didn't feel like the need to go back and rewatch it. So, you know, honestly, you know, I was like, well, you know, I guess I'm glad I didn't waste my night sitting at home watching this race and not going to a short track, right?
Right.
Yeah, if the race is going to be this damn boring, it needs to be on Sunday so at least people can watch it instead of affecting their short track experience where they can go get some real short track racing. And I'm not bashing NASCAR. I just feel like we've messed up somewhere at Bristol, and it's disappointing. Kaz Taylor. Kaz? Is that you? You know, I never heard him say anything. Is he here?
He said he was in the queue.
Yeah. Turn the mute off, Kaz. Okay. Turn the mute off.
Maybe.
It's okay, Taz. It's all right. Just work yourself through it. We're not going to judge you. Believe
like
he is.
He's got daddy things. But anyhow, the truck and Xfinity races were definitely better than the Cup race was, in my opinion.
That's for sure. That's for sure. I enjoyed the Xfinity race. I thought the Cup race. I mean, I thought the truck race was a little boring. Didn't have as much action, but now there was some good racing. So I'm not sure, you know, based off of what I've seen for Saturday versus what I've seen Thursday night, it was a lot more entertaining. At least there was more racing. At least there was more side-by-side, more passing and whatnot in the truck race. There wasn't
exactly.
a spectacular wrecks as the Xfinity race had. I thought the Xfinity race had some spectacular crashes and just, you know, it's overall just better racing through the Xfinity series.
Yeah, exactly. There was more passing. There was more, you know, you were watching them figure out the grooves. I don't know. Maybe the track was too rubbered in for the Cup race. I don't know. But you know,
they
watch
said they put in PJ1.
Right, but you watch the trucks and the Xfinity cars figure the grooves out. You know, it took them a while. Both of those series, it took them a while to figure them out, and that was it was also very instrumental to the ending of both races.
Right.
You know, and how the grooves changed through the night, and you just did not see that with the Cup race.
Yeah, that was at one point in time the Xfinity Series racing where there were 5 to 6 cars bidding for the win. And when I say they were bidding for the win, they were within a half a second of each other. I don't understand how come we couldn't get the same style racing on Saturday that we got on Friday. There was multi-groove racing. There was cars passing each other left and right. But then on Saturday night, it was a freaking parade lap.
Yeah, and that's why I'm wondering. Did they put more PJ1 down or no? Because
they did.
I just didn't see the same thing.
Right. They did put it down early Saturday morning. And my son said, Dad, that race is going to suck. Why he felt that way, I wish he was here right now so I could ask him. Yeah, he's at work.
That'd be interesting to hear because being that we had two good races, I wonder why he thinks that too.
The answer. I don't think grip is the answer, and that's what the BJ1 is. It's the grip additive, and I'm not sure that that's actually the answer. If you haven't grip, then you're probably not having much tire wear off and whatnot. So, it's not a slick racetrack.
Well, and again,
where the tires moving, you're going to burn those tires off.
Well, and that goes back. So maybe it was the tire package. I don't know, But that then it goes back to what Brad and Kyle both said about the lack of attrition in the race.
Right. Yeah. Here's my idea. If we can't have dirt on it, let's go laminate it. Let's just go pour some plastic over the top of that concrete and that rubbery plastic stuff, and see how much grip the tires will get then. I guarantee you, you have to slide down on you. You have to slide down on your bottom if you were really having to walk up the racetrack if that stuff was down. But we got to do something. We've got to do something with ice? Bristol. This is ridiculous.
What about ice?
Ice, I love it. I love it, as long as it's not the bad stuff,
Yeah, no.
Right? So, we've got to do something. Look, obviously this is a short track issue. It's been going on for the last 2 years with this new car. They've done multiple tests to try to figure out how to make this car more compatible at this style racetrack. It's almost like, man, as Denny said before, scrap this car and build one that can race the short tracks, because we are a sport of short tracks. They cut the cookie cutters out. They wanted more short tracks. And now we have terrible racing at short tracks. Terrible racing at road courses and short tracks. Which I don't care about the road courses. Let it be terrible races, so we'll quit going there. If we quit going to short tracks, I'm just not going to watch racing.
I'm going to butt in on this one because Brad Keselowski said this somewhere on social media. I don't remember where exactly, but he shared somebody's comment or something like that where a fan was saying how we wanted more short tracks and road courses, but the racing's not that great. But in terms of the 1.5 mile package, we've gotten pretty good races for the most part. And Brad kind of said it, well, if this is the fans' reaction, maybe we need to cut back on short tracks and road courses and focus more on the 1.5 miles again. If this is what's going to keep fans entertained and tuned into these races, then that's what NASCAR should look into.
You know what? I am a road course fan. That was my first big NASCAR experience, so I'm all about the road courses. But I think maybe there are a few too many of them. But no, don't you dare cut the short tracks out. And I agree with the comment that, that Denny made, that maybe they need to scrap the car and start over again. Yes, it's safer. I don't think it's costing any less money. But, you got to figure out something. Go back to the days where you had a separate car for your short tracks and one that could handle the 1.5 miles and the road courses. You know, go ahead.
What if the answer truly is treaded tires?
Well, that's a thought too. I would not be against giving that a try.
I don't think I would be either. And considering what we've seen in North Wilkesboro, it's left the question in the back of our mind. It was only a truck race, and it was only for a little while, but it seemed like the racing was better on treaded tires instead of stickers. And that makes sense if the tire compounds are just not going to, if we're just not going to be able to find the correct compound to go with a sticker tire at a short track. You know, we run all these other options at short tracks that are, short track package. Let's just call it the treaded tire is the short track package tire. Look, dirt cars don't go out on slicks. They go out on tread. It's a short track. It's dirt, no doubt. But I don't know if cup cars were out on the dirt track in treaded tires or not. I think they were slicks. Were they not?